Guys, WrestleMania just started. WrestleMania just started. And Oba Femi in the opener of night two just defeated Brock Lesnar. Is this it for Brock? Oh my God. I mean, it was one thing for Oba Femi, the new ruler. Well, he already was a ruler, but the young blood, the young beast beating the old beast. That was one thing. And I'm glad Oba Femi got the win. And it was a pretty good match, even though it was relatively short, but as to be expected. But what I didn't expect was the end of the was what happened the post match. But before I even get to that, yes, the ruler Oba Femi just defeated Brock Lesnar in the opener. Let's go. Really good way to start off night two. These guys, the intensity, anticipation before the match was really big. And not to mention, I do like the fact that, they tussled up a couple of times. They tied up. Brock, had the best of Oba at first, but then Oba got out of the tussle and pushed Brock. Brock stepped out of the ring in frustration through the steel steps. All of a sudden, Brock comes back as Oba comes towards the ring, comes towards the ropes, pulls Oba off the ropes, slams Oba on the ring post, slams Oba on the barricade, slams him through the steel steps. Oba kind of hurts his arm. Then he goes for about 3 suplexes. I like how they didn't start off like that because we've seen that in some other Brock matches, but this was exactly what it needed to be. Brock, hits a couple of suplexes. Oba eventually was able to get the upper hand, attack Brock on the ring, on the side of the ring post. And as Brock caught Oba with F5, Oba, he was down for a while, got back up, choke slam block, and with one of his power bomb, I know he has a name for it, I just can't think of it right now. And Oba Femi's the winner. Big for Oba Femi. I mean, the fans was definitely split. There was a lot of Oba Femi chants when he came in the ring, but there was also people cheering for Brock with the F5s too. But I heard a little bit of boos too. But it was a good little mix. But it was exactly what it needed to be, and with just one. And it was interesting because you could tell that Oba was going to go over because when Brock went for that F5, he didn't even go for the pin. Oba got back up. He didn't immediately get up, but he got back up, went for the choke slam, then went for the power bomb, and won. And, big moment for Oba. You could tell when he was coming in the ring, he had a little bit of nerves, but big moment for his first WrestleMania. But like I said, what I didn't expect was what happened afterwards because Brock, they kept the camera on Brock, so I'm like, what's going on here? And Brock, he gets up and he takes his boots off. And first he takes his gloves off. Then he takes his boots off. Then the crowd's chanting, "Let's go, Brock." Very unexpected. A lot of people were thinking maybe he would retire at, SummerSlam. If this is in fact the retirement of Brock, then he definitely deserves to eventually be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, Brock is he's pretty much done it all. And I mean, other than the potential of seeing him versus Gunther, which was something that reportedly was supposed to happen at WrestleMania 40, but we all know we all know why that didn't happen. Um, you know, and I'm still watching WrestleMania because it's still a few more matches, few matches to go. I just wanted to talk about the opener real quick because of Brock, but and Oba Femi going over Brock. I'm really happy about that. But like I said, Brock, he's definitely done it all. Um, he's had some times where he's had lazy Brock Lesnar. I'm not going to get into the court stuff with him or whatever, but in the ring, like Brock is definitely, a beast. He's definitely a future Hall of Famer. And, I just did not expect this for Brock to tease retiring. Is he retiring? I mean, I don't know. But if this is it, I mean, that's surely a way to go out, to put over the new kid on the block, the new guy, Oba Femi. Biggest moment of Oba Femi's career. And Brock Lesnar puts him over, so I got to hand it to Brock. for doing that. And really throughout this whole build-up, he's been putting over Oba Femi. He had no offense. And most people don't seem to remember this, but I seen recently in an interview, Drew McIntyre had mentioned that during his feud with Brock leading up to WrestleMania 36, as we know, that was the WrestleMania with no fans because of the pandemic. It was the same way there. Like, Brock put over Drew throughout that whole build-up. And even during the match, it was only like 5 minutes, but Drew McIntyre won the title. So it was pretty much the same thing here. And he put over Oba big here and, you know, gave a big hug to Paul Heyman, and the fans were saying, thank you, Brock. So if this is it, thank you, Brock. He's pretty much done it all. His first run in WWE, he won the WWE Championship 3 times, became the youngest world WWE champion, defeating The Rock at SummerSlam 2002. Had some really good matches with, he won the King of the Ring, first of all, that year. Went in the finals with against RVD, beat The Rock at SummerSlam. Has won the Royal Rumble 2003, won the main event of WrestleMania 19 against Kurt Angle, where he did that botched suit and star press that we all know about. Had a really good match with Angle when he won the title back in the Iron Man match in September 2003. And of course, we know about what happened with him and Goldberg, but in WrestleMania 20. But then he came back, and from 2012, up until now, he's just had a lot of memorable moments. When he attacked Cena, coming back after WrestleMania. After WrestleMania 28, that was his biggest return. He's made several returns since then, taking little hiatuses here and there. We've had some times of lazy Brock Lesnar, but, I still would say for the most part, outside of the times he had lazy Brock, wherever that was him against Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania 32, he's had a lot of good moments coming back. Of course, he broke the Undertaker streak. Nobody expected that. It was the most shocking moment ever at WrestleMania 30. He redeemed himself with Goldberg at WrestleMania 33 from the disaster they had at WrestleMania 20. He's won the world title multiple times. Of course, he did have that bad moment of squashing Kobe Kingston for the WWE title in October 2019. But, he's had, some good moments as well, especially his matches with Seth. And the one with Roman, the first one, WrestleMania 31, and even the Fatal 4-Way SummerSlam 2017. And, I could just go on and on. When he squashed Cena at SummerSlam 2014, specifically because at that time, that's when Suplex City was born. But, yeah, man, he's a multi-time world champion, two-time Royal Rumble winner, 2003 and 2022. He definitely has a Hall of Fame career, and yeah, this is it. Thank you, Brock, and thank you for willingly putting over Oba Femi, and hopefully Oba Femi can capitalize on this win, and this could be the start of something special for Oba. So I just wanted to talk about that, even though WrestleMania is just getting started. But yeah, I might post again, but that's it for now. It's not a real wrestling fights.